Hello everybody. Today we're doing something slightly different because we're going to be taking, to misquote the Beatles, a bad song and trying to make it better. Well, not a bad song, but just an idea which is kind of not quite coming together. And we're going to try and look at ways of deconstructing the thing without actually destroying it and making it into something which has got a bit more potential. And an artist called Chromium Elegy from Belgium has been in touch, and he sent me one of his tracks. Now, Chromium is a strategic advisor for the EU during the day, but at night he becomes a passionate fan of anagrams and also of writing music, and he's currently trying to get this track together called Forgiveness. So what I thought we'd do, it's a very simple track. In many respects, it's got acoustic guitar, piano, bass and drums. So there's, we're not looking at it at all at arrangement really in this little workshop. What we're going to be looking at is how to fix a track which is in need of fixing, because the tune doctor is in the house.
When you've got a dodgy tune, call Tune Doctor.
Tune Doctor to the rescue. Right, shall we have a look at what we got to rescue? Yes, of course we shall. Here we go. Number one, the melody is just wandering about. It's wandering about like a sort of a radio-controlled car which hasn't got any radio control. No, that's a really bad analogy. It's wandering about like a lost toddler in a supermarket. That's it. This tune needs a little bit of shape and direction. If you think... weird comparison here. Okay. When the Second Viennese School, when they sort of started inventing 12-tone and serialism and everything and wanted to move away from all sort of music as it was up to then, they introduced tone roads where the idea was no note gets repeated before you've repeated all 12 in the scale. So they wanted total lack of repetition and a total lack of a tonal centre, i.e. a key. Now, if you want to do something which is both memorable and engaging, arguably just do exactly the opposite of what the Second Viennese School recommended you do. So repeat things and find yourself a tonal centre. Good move. Right. Well, the trouble with the tune is there's absolutely no repetition going on. We got 16 bars in and I hadn't heard the same phrase twice. So that without repetition, there's no... it's not just about memorability, it's about structure, because you need little units, and at the same time, the chord progression, it's confusing, because the bass is going this very, very standard chord progression, 1, 5, 6, 4. So it's... Here we go, this. So you go... let's go... No, one of these up. So there's a chord 1, which is C. Then you go to chord 5, which is G. Chord 6, which is A minor. So that's what the bass is doing. But I think the piano is doing something slightly different, and that is why we're getting this weird thing happening in bar 2. So let's just listen to piano and bass together. It's not bad, but I'm not sure it's what they meant. Because look, the piano's going like this. No, it's not going like that. It's making more noise than that. So it's describing a C major chord. Then it walks down to there. So it's going to... Essentially, you've got a B, an E and a G, which is... Yeah, correct. It's an E minor chord. So what we've got going here is a bass is playing a G against an E minor chord. Now that's... The bass is implying... a G major chord, whereas actually the E minor is probably a better idea. So I know you could play a G. Anyway, look, let's try and change the bass line to make more sense with what's going on in the piano and see if that helps make it sound better. It's just a suggestion. just a suggestion. Here we go. So we're going to go. I could just walk it down like this, which is what the piano is doing. And next time I could try going up if I wanted to. Now I could go up to the E, but I'll change the piano. Then I can go down to the A minor, and then walk it down to the F. Okay, let's go with that. Now let's put the piano in. This piano part is very, very similar to something famous, and I can't quite remember what it is. Better have a click in here. Okay, so what we did a couple of things there. So we've got a straight 8-bar repeat, but then we have changed it up a bit so that the second repeat is not exactly the same as the first. The chord progression's the same. That sounds good. I like that. Then a little bit of subtle variation second time through. Now going up. Okay. Okay, right, now let's get to grips with the elephant in the room, which is the aimless tune which is wandering about like a toddler in a supermarket. Yes, I think a toddler in a supermarket is being generous as well to this, but oh no, come on, Guy. I'm sorry, Chromium. I don't mean to be rude. Anyway, sort of do. No, stop it. Right, okay. Let's now work out how we can make this tune better. So what I'm listening for is any phrase I can take out and use as the basis to expand into a tune. That would work. What about this first one right up the front here? Is it a bit slow? It is a bit slow actually, but hey, you know, it's Chromium's tune. I could just run a new tune, but that wouldn't really be in the spirit of Tune Doctor, would it? The idea is I make this tune better, not write something completely different. So okay, let's give this a go. See what happens. Now, okay, what's interesting here, I think that worked. Okay, so maybe Chromium's tune's not as... So what we're doing is going, and then it resolves to go, and it lands on a G, which of course is the third note of E minor, so it fits with the chord. Then, although we're repeating the same phrase, because it's going over different chord, A minor, so the first time it's going over C major, second time over A minor, then resolving into that onto that F at the end. So although it's very nearly the same tune twice, it works because the chords underneath have changed. So this is all part of this thing which I go on about quite a lot, about the conversation which goes on between melody and harmony. Okay, so bass right at the beginning here. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not going to arrange this into a full thing because that's going to take too long. But we're going to start playing with some little elements of structure here, and this is one of them. So I'm going to move the whole thing along. I'm then just going to take that first part. Oh, where is it? 1, 2. Is it up to there? I think so. And copy it back. So we repeat this first bit. Then, I tell you what's really missing is depth. We sorted. Let's take the bass out for now. When I say depth, what I mean is we want a counter melody. We want something else in there, something which is giving it a bit. And this is not production. This is composition. So we're looking. If you look at the screen, let's try zooming in a bit. Okay, so look. If you look at the screen, you can see where what we're looking for is an opportunity in here to have a little, counter melody extra phrase. So what's got to happen is this top line's got to stop. So there's no point in putting counter melody up here. There is the space, bar 11, 12, and then there is the space again at 15, 16. So I have another little instrument here, a very basic electric guitar type thing. And what I was going to do is put something in there. So but before you do this, when you're playing your little counter melodies and things, and with this way of writing, which is straight into the door, you need to be very aware of where you are harmonically at any one part of when you're going to do this. So these first two bars are C major, the second two bars are E minor. So our first little counter melody needs to line up with E minor. Hang on, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to add an extra little instrument here, which will help you see what's going on. And hello, Midilicious. Dear, oh dear. Thank you, Midilicious. Right, let's turn you down. Okay, so what you can see there, now you can see what I'm going to be playing, which probably might help. Put me up there. Put me there. Oh, how's this all going to work? Oh dear, too much to see at the first time. Okay, here we go. Right, that'll do. Right, so what I'm looking to do is I've got to find a little counter melody which largely works around the notes of E minor. It doesn't mean I can use passing notes. I can use those as my principal tones, the F and the A, and maybe some other bits and pieces as passing tone, but I've got to be careful. Persevere, guy. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. Fear not. There's absolutely no chance this will crash and burn. Coming up. Oh, that worked. Right. That definitely worked. What we're now going to do... So we've got a little... That's our counter melody. So now the second time through, it's got to be on F. So it needs to do something F-like, which reflects the same counter melody. Okay. Okay. Ooh, that's all right, isn't it? Do you like that? Now the drums can come in. Okay. I'm not going to spend a lot of time programming drums. Oh, not very good. Start again, undo, stop recording on the guitar track. Right, we're just literally just going to drop in. Show a bit of a click. Nice and simple. Doom. Okay, right, add some, what? I don't know how we felt about the hats which he was using before. Maybe they work. When in doubt, go for your splash cymbal. Nothing can possibly go wrong. Okay. So what do? Go back to the main tune or not? No. I started in the wrong place as well. So this is where your verse comes in or whatever. So now we need a B idea. So we've got an A and a B idea, and this is how it's coming together. And so the answering phrase down here is also the sort of the on the B. So we've got two ideas. You see, quite a common problem. Even in a really simple tune like this, you need more than one idea to give the thing length. So you've got something you can bring in, something you can take away. You've got to have some structure, so you've got to have a bit of dynamic movement. So then we've got, for example, with this, and I think we're nearly there. To be honest, I like it starting in a simple way. I think that then you get a bit more shape. Actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I just can't leave things alone, can I? I'm just going to render that out as a piece of audio. I'm going to click it, I'm going to turn it backwards, I'm going to get rid of the original, I'm going to run it up to here, and then take off the front, so we have a reverse cymbal into that, and then we're going to have very simple kick on the floor going, which you couldn't hear because that was muted. Here we go, in again. Going into there again, and we could have a little bit of a hat just on the offbeat. Okay, right, job done, that's it, finished. The Tune Doctor has done his stuff. The Tune Doctor has saved this tune from peril. I'm not sure it's ever going to be great, but look, Chromium, there's all the stuff is there. And what I've tried to avoid, doing is using either production, or just a completely new idea to say this. The whole point is using the fundamentals of composition and songwriting to make these basic things better, because I think it's a lot of being really good at writing music is about doing the simple things incredibly well. And that means for many people going back and really thinking about melody, harmony, rhythm, structure, all these things in the way we've been doing here. And fortunately, we run a course called How to Write Music, which has been very, very, very successful. Thousands of people have gone through it. It's really inexpensive, and it just helps you focus your attention on these construction blocks of all music. So whether you're a complete beginner or significantly more advanced but just hitting a bit of a brick wall, look at How to Write Music, because I honestly think you don't need to start thinking about ever more advanced types of production and things until you've got these fundamental build, not just the foundations of writing great music, melody, chord progression, and all that. They don't just go away when you've done your first couple of pieces. They're something you have to work at for the rest of your musical life. Production and all that, that's great, but you need to keep looking at these things and find new and interesting ways of making simple bits of music like this work a bit better. So I hope you found Tune Doctor's investigations into this interesting. Thank you very much, Chromium Energy, for your piece, which I hope you think has been improved marginally. There are details down below this of how, if you want to have your tune looked at by the Tune Doctor, exactly how you do it are in the notes below this video. And so we'll be coming back to Tune Doctor, but we'll be turning at some point in the future. And if you want to do that, we'll give you all the spec about, it's helpful if you've got different tracks so we can hear what you've got going on and we can start pull things around and try and make things better. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this kind of thing and you want to write better songs, better music and all the rest of it, subscribe to the channel and I'll be back very soon. See you soon. Bye-bye.